alchemy. We have a wizard who is currently indisposed, and we have many foes that are very difficult to fight. Lenorm, especially difficult. As well as a minor problem with devils and some plague monster.
What do you say, my king? Shall we grant these ones access to the library?
I understand that King Lokrik is my vassal, but you four are from strange lands. I should have hoped to ascertain and to have a look at your wizard. Have you all gathered here? They introduced you as Ukher of Thor.
It is... I am from a world where gods are not as common. But I wield Jotunganr.
Okay.
And I like the words that come out of the Thor, the priests of Thor. They seem to ring true.
Is the hammer, my king, that fashioned Mjolnir?
Show it to me.
I will place it on the ground in front of me.
Okay. It roots to place, and the haft of the hammer does not like shift or fall towards gravity. It's just wherever you left it.
Cool.
The Grim Oracle actually gets to one knee, and then to two, and then begins to pray and reach out towards Mjolnir. The king kind of says, "May I?" Like,
He'll make a motion. Huh?
it is said that only those that deserve to rule, that those that are pure of heart, can raise Mjolnir. I wonder. And he first tries to lift it, and then he realizes that maybe he's old. Maybe he twinged his back. Maybe he realized not to make a fool of himself trying to, like...
In front of the strangers, just like, you know...
He there's a brief moment of disappointment, but then his face grows neutral, and he sits back down. Mighty hammer.
You never heard that this was in Runeshub. He didn't tell you.
Yes, it makes sense that this hammer was lost in the north by the agents of the giants.
What was the name of the Baron von Dickelstein? What was his...
I don't think that's what it was.
I don't think that's what it was either, but okay.
It's true. There is no trick. This is Jotunganr by the gods.
It does something else, if you don't mind, King. I've been waiting. I pick up the hammer, and I grow fucking huge!
Gallus is like rolling his eyes with a smile, like, of course he had to show off.
Let me steps back.
You don't even have to step back. Ukher can fight in the same square as huge with medium-sized creatures. The Grim Oracle moves back. Even the Morphog just basically holds onto his staff like he was ready for what was going to happen. The Grim Oracle, be praised, be praised.
Anom, the leader of the giants, lost his tool on our very world, and one of ours, one who has been blessed by Thor, wields it.
Just days ago.
Grim Oracle, Ukher is yet to join the Brotherhood. He has been invited by the priests of Thor to undergo the rites. She's nodding.
As I was saying before, it is good words. I like the sound.
Your head's in the
I
rafters.
like the sound.
If you pass your rights to the priesthood of Thor, who are we to stand in the way of you gaining knowledge from our library?
How well do they clean? I know this is kind of just an aside. It's just
You're
I'm
like,
a little bit
is there
taller than most
dust
people, so
up
I
here?
see all the shit on top of the fridge.
Yeah,
and
you're
everybody-
in the rafters. You could probably clean all the rat and pigeon droppings out of the.
I'll remember they're there. I won't touch them because it's just
Okay.
like raining it down on the king. Oh, look at all the rat
Hey,
shit.
look at all this- Under the
I'll-
supervision, of course, of Morfar.
I will dismiss my mythic large person of awesome.
Ukher kind of ending up in the center of that. Well done. Just Lokrik sort of quietly to you.
There you go.
I would
Thank you,
invite
bro.
you to stay and dine with me this evening, and we shall have a celebration for the coming of the Heroes of Aegis. And then we shall speak of what I require of you, says the High King.
Galeth looks at Lokrik at that.
That's kind of expected.
Yes, of course. You have come at a tremendous and opportune time. There are many enemies of our kingdom. And now, not only do I have a crew of one heroic means a second group. These Heroes of Aegis provide another. The possibilities. The king seems to be very happy that new heroes have come on his doorstep.
We'll break it to him slowly about the whole we only do the jobs that we okay, but that'll be later.
Fuck that. Let him chase us across Yig if he wants us to do his jobs for him.
No. Don't.
He's not allowed on Yig.
Yeah. I think this is summarizing. There's a bunch of emotions that we're trying to hide.
Yeah. The king seems to
See how that
ignore
one
it.
goes.
The Grim Oracle seems to be doing nothing but pray to the gods since she saw the hammer and Ukher grow. You don't know what Morfar is thinking. He's just watching all of you.
If I was concerned about my bits, if I was any other character other than Ukher in my recent memory, I would be concerned about all my bodily fluids around that guy. Ukher doesn't care. Anybody else would care. You know,
Okay.
burning your own urine, like, kind of things.
They treat you to strange bottles of whiskey, a seafood dinner that Marty would hate, but they're on the sea.
It is the best dinner in long time.
Clams, octopi, more mundane pickled fish,
As long as there's no little cakes.
potatoes. He breaks out these strange bricks of chocolate that they claim is not from around here. And they do something weird with the chocolate. They drop little blocks of the chocolate into a hot piping liquid called coffee. That they also claim
All this is weird.
that they also claim isn't from here.
Mind blown.
I could turn this into a Dex mutagen.
There is an elvish
It's
liqueur
incredible.
that is blue and bubbly and wonderful that they put over something called iced cream.
Please don't scry now. Please don't scry now. Please don't scry now. Oberon, don't scry now.
And a big bowl of rice pudding with spices that remind you of home, Ukher.
This one. The spices came from far away.
Yes, many of the things that you have drank and eat today with us at the table of the High King come from all the places where conquests have been made and where
Yeah,
our
Gala
battles
thinks this
rage.
is wonderful.
I am a bit of a... You cannot be big and strong without a full stomach. So I have learned a fair amount about culinary art. Could I speak with the chef at some point?
He nods.
What is
on
it
it-
that concerns you, Ukher?
Says the Morfar warlock, who's pushed food around his plate and barely eaten anything.
I'm wondering how it was made to taste like from my home.
You are Iconian, are you not?
Yes,
It might be from a world close to yours.
if I knew the name of the world that is close, then maybe it would help find my way.
The king seems to like this conversation. Give me a sense motive.
Okay.
Sense motive, the next skill forwarded item.
Wow.
He's happy
terrible.
you like the spice.
Yeah. Woo.
8.
I am also 8.
All right, he's happy you like
He
the
likes
food.
spice happy now.
He likes spice happy now. Jesus.
Lokrik will roll
so
his plus
bad.
28.
So bad. Speaking of food, I'm gonna heat up some pizza if there's any left.
33. Yeah, Lokrik's a little concerned. He doesn't say anything right there and then.
I learned that the kitchen is just full of Akunian slaves. It's like, oh, this might be... This is disconcerting. Yep.
I'm going to take a 3-minute break just to order some pizza before the...
The pizzas run out. We need more pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Pizza stack.
I'm itching to get in a duel with somebody again.
Well, the king's right there, dude.
I know! He looks like a chump! There's no way I can't beat the crap out of him.
What was the name of the people that Ukher's people conquered?
I can look it up.
Kunian. It's on his, it's on the world thing.
Yeah.
Gunshire. They conquered...
Oh, the Ugoran. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The Jade Empire people.
Yeah.
And then the people of the goat, also.
The Yamane. Yavesh.
Mm-hmm.
People of the Ivory Kingdom. Okay. So, Ukher was asking about the chef. Father, you should have also seen it. Remine at the end here lifted a giant log and threw it across the river. Oh.
Is he sure about that?
They seem to not be so sure that that's the truth.
Remy just shrugs like, meh.
I've heard of the deeds of Lokrik, Ukher, Galith, and Oberon, Lemio, Zildan. But you don't have the look of a Lakelander, says the king. Who might you be?
Oh, I'm Lemmy's cousin, Remy.
Ah,
Had me own things to take care of for a while.
Right, distant cousin.
Came to my attention that Lemmy and his friends here could use perhaps a hand with a few things.
And when did you start calling out to the god of lightning?
says the grim oracle.
Who?
Oh dear.
The trinket you wear around your neck is the symbol of a greater god.
Is it now?
Sitting right beside me.
Yep.
What am I doing at this point in time? I think I was eating.
Yeah, you were eating some of the spice isn't actually Kunian spice. It is Ugoran spice. It's from this Jade Empire, but you grew up in the Jade Empire, so
Yeah.
Galith is still marveling at this coffee, you call it.
right.
How wonderful!
Ukher turns and growls even in Ukher form at Remy.
Marty, if I want to use Mage Hand from an item, is that
Standard action.
yeah? But is it if I want to do it under the table? Maybe hit someone in the nut. It's a little flick, just a little flick.
Not magical.
Magical flick.
So you give this little glowing hand that gives you a little.
Yeah, under someone's
I
nut.
think it's limited to 5 pounds of force.
Yeah.
So
You can't actually make contact with me.
When you feel something trying to.
Okay, so the king actually just sort of gave a slight like move of his finger like to the grim oracle, maybe saying just drop it for now. He smiles to all of you. Eat, drink. So yeah, there's marvels to be held from a myriad of cultures. And now we shall speak of what I require of you. We have a ship that is crafted with heroes in mind, yet it does not have enough heroes to take it on a voyage, to take it on raids, to take it to extend the culture of Vosgard.
Pretty good culture. Right.
Well, Lemmy's looking around for anyone to respond. If no one does,
Lokrik, given that your Dvergholme has seen it fit to manage kingdoms that are beyond the traditional realms of the dwarves, consider this the tribute I require in exchange for permitting you to be warden of the Northern Territories. And allow you to benefit from the taxes and the good works of the people of Rovland, with Dvergholme as their king. Well, I could definitely have a boat full of dwarves and soldiers in such a place. I am but a fellowship with the men at this table. They are not beholden to me beyond this fellowship. Are you not king of these lands? Do they not dwell on your lands? Do they not do commerce there and lay their head and beds in your lands? From where I see it, you are their king. Are you not? His friends and subjects, and he's looking around the table for an answer.
I really just met him.
He's not looking at Remy like he's tired of Remy now.
yep.
We are most definitely his friends.
Damn this curse!
When we're in his land.
It turns out he was never cursed. He was just a dick.
We're just an asshole.
So he's looking at Gallup first, we'll say.
I'm trying to remember what the name of the king of the place in Alberna was.
Ogmund?
Yeah, I was just looking at it and it's not there.
Jorgi Durgi Burgi. Schnurdelfu. Mr. Bombastic. Because I think he got bombarded.
Yeah, but
Oblivion.
If Gallup is not, Lemmy can jump in. If Gallup looks like he's trying to think of something.
no, it should be something I should be able to remember. It's just not something we've had to deal with in like 8 months.
Ahmed, you've been in Canada for a long time. Who was the president of Egypt for forever?
There isn't a king, right?
Mubarak?
There was somebody who is.
There are a bunch of kings, though.
Yeah, but who was the one who was in charge of the land that I was in? That's the one
Your brother.
my brother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, shit.
You should challenge your brother to a duel so you can get the kingship.
I'm thinking about that later.
You have a much higher chance of winning if he's your cousin.
But
Right.
you are right. There were squabbling fiefdoms and minor lords, and I'm looking through my notes now, trying to find.
I can simplify this. I owe my fealty to Nelbrun, to Kilbran.
That's right.
And to a higher power, to Nawada Silverhand, who serves the Aesir you know as Tyr.
By this crown, I have been ordained king, High King of Vosland and the territories from here to Yggdrasil, and beyond the Odin's Eye. Tyr is one of our gods, and do not I have Tyr's blessing? He turns to the Grim Oracle, and she nods. You do. Tyr blesses you as High King. Ergo, if Tyr has blessed me as High King, and your god serves Tyr, then is this not a lawful hierarchy?
College religion. I need a way out of this.
This guy is
You make a good point. Let me see if I can weasel my way out.
16.
Creepy lady said it was true, so it must be true.
he might be the most important king around these parts, but you're from another world and you've got a different lineage.
Yeah.
And if you go by who owns your lands right now, those strange dragon powder wielding warriors.
See, I don't know that. I don't know what happened. Maybe maybe King Arthur came back and killed all of them.
Sure.
I don't know that.
It's where does Gallo think his loyalty should lie? This king seems to be really good at verbal fencing.
Okay, I want to tell him out of here with a mythic point. I'm going to diplomacy him into submission with a 38. Even on a natural 1, it's still better than.
What do you? You more than just.
Well, I got to roll to see first whether it's going to be any good or not. There's nothing worse than crafting a speech and then rolling a 5 on your diplomacy and going, well, that just wasn't shit.
Sure. Okay, so you roll a 38.
What did you say? You started with a burp,
Okay.
but then...
King, your domain and the auspices of your rule are great, but I am not from this world. I descend from the Nalburnese, from the Arthurate, and I have pledged my life, my blood, my last breath to that. And I cannot turn away from that now. Not for any king, not for any cause.
Ah, yes. We used to, in our younger years, when we were less experienced with otherworldly things, sing praise to our gods as we raided your world. I'm sure that even in my treasury I have a few things that once belonged to you, to your people.
I do not begrudge you our ancestry, our history.
But as I understand it, your people and mine face a similar enemy.
That may well be.
He claps, and then some guards come in. They're carrying something in a tarp. They put it down on the table, and they start unwrapping the tarp. Allow us a demonstration.
We should have came down here forever ago. Just saying. This place is...
There's this strange, long wand thing.
Does Ukher recognize the technology?
I know what that is. I've seen that before. I don't know how it works, but I know what it can do.
It's a musket.
Oh, this is a smoke powder weapon.
They then pour some stuff into it and do some things, and they light it.
Smoke powder.
And they blow away sort of this wooden dummy that they bring out. It makes a lot of bang and a lot of smoke.
You need to be careful with them. Sometimes they explode.
And the king actually goes off of his throne and picks it up. He kind of looks at it and gives it a sniff and hands it back, kind of to his warriors with disgust.
It is a formidable weapon. Yes, I've seen it used before.
It is the weapon of our enemy, this undying emperor out there. Ha! He says. His soldiers are many, and they wander the worlds that we have gone to, and they enact cruel punishments and exact cruel taxes upon the people.
What do you know of Dvergholme?
Gallus spits at that name on the ground.
Stop spitting at the din.
Hey, that's polite where I'm from.
Morfar Warlock goes over and starts whispering into the king's ear. Ah, yes. Vargon is a creature from that world. He haunts the vicinity of Yggdrasil.
I'm gonna run down and get the pizza, I think, before they close.
Oh, right.
It's
I have to go down because it's my credit card. Shit. Yeah.
You're not doing the the false order a pizza, never sure to pick it up.
I've done that before, where it's like I order a pizza and you just fucking forget, and then it never gets charged, and you feel like an ass.
You feel like an ass. One guy there is like, well, I closed up. I guess I get the Marty special.
So this guy wants you to start crusading on a boat for him.
Well,
so you guys maybe discuss off to the side what, like, out of character, what you guys want to do. Maybe ask the stream. We'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something to eat.
Let's thank him for the boat and just go on our way.
Well, we like boats. They're really convenient to carry things.
We haul them in. We haul things in them.
This can be treasure boat too.
The treasuring. Or is it the boatening? Treasure boat 2, the boatening. Boat-a-geddon. The Rucanning.
Well,
Treasure boat 2, dangerous tides.
I think it would be very interesting to find out what they know in regards to songs, in regards to the worlds where these guys come from, where they are, and what they're doing to people, and what their technology levels are.
Well, it all depends on what they mean by crusade, right? Like, or Viking or whatever, they're whatever they mean. Because if they want, if he's going to send us to go fight Empire, that's fine. If he sends us to go kill the Lenorms, that's fine, right? If we're on like paths, I don't see a reason why we would.
So this is what Lemmy's going to tell him. Lemmy's going to tell him two things. One, my fealties to my god, Yggdrasil. Good luck trying to talk your way out of that one, asshole. Two.
Little did you know I'm actually a tree man.
Yeah.
The Oracle said so.
So the second thing is, there are threats on this world that need our attention. We believe the White Wizard didn't bring us to drink water. No, he didn't bring us to.
There is another side of this, right?
Yes.
I not to try to break your train of thought, but we don't say yes. We go to war.
Oh, this guy?
I'm saying we say yes, and then we just go on our merry way.
Right, which means that we're saying yes. It's just a matter of what kind of yes.
Delaying the fact of war by a few hours. All right, now take your ship and sail into the ring. They're not going to the ring.
Well, no, you go through the ring and then you just don't come back. Or you go through the ring and it's just like, yeah, you solved the problem, however.
You know, we have things to do, right?
Right, we have things to do.
The source for you guys.
The source for us. So, no, but, I mean, if we have access to this ring, then we can tell him that there's a thing we have to do in Crucible, or we can, we need to get to the bottom of Yig. Because we know these boats work on Yig, too.
Scratch my back, scratch yours.
Yeah.
Get us to Crucible. We have to do something there.
Right.
Crucible is not going to be easy. Crucible, I don't think we can do right now.
Well, Crucible isn't that hard either.
Look, all I'm saying is there is now Azzy and his boss that are in the picture.
They might not be on Crucible. They might be in Acropolis.
Sure. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows, sir?
And you know what? We're not going to win anything with that attitude, Ahmed.
No, when we go to Crucible, we have to go to Crucible via Yig. We can't go to Crucible via the portal.
Because we end up in a dragon's eye, and that's
because we end up in a dragon's fiery butthole.
Yeah. Well, we know how to get there, right?
Yeah.
I say we go deal with the source, Crucible.
we have the first thing is what we're going to tell this guy, and we can tell him that we can go like as long as we're on like paths, there's no problem.
Yeah.
And we can tell him that, you know. We've got Shiny Nightface beside us. As long as there's things that Shiny Nightface is willing to do, then, you know.
Yeah.
Might I remind you that they're going to be able to cast 8 or 9 circle spells in this room, and we don't have a wizard.
We do have a teleport the fuck out of here spell.
Yeah, that can't get everyone.
Sorry, Remy. Actually, I can get everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get everyone.
We didn't bring Oberon. That's right.
And he can teleport himself.
That would start the war. Remember the war? Remember not starting the war with the giant country that's waging war across multiple planes? They're fighting the gun buttholes. Is fighting the undead army of bastards a valid enough task?
It's certainly along Galith's line, right?
Yep. And he said, I cannot bow to you, and I think we all can do that. I'm not bow to you, but we'll fight for you.
I think there's a couple of things that we can do with this king asshole. Like you said, as long as our paths are aligned.
He's been really not that terrible. I gotta bring it back to he's
not. He hasn't. I don't know what he's asking, right?
Well, he's asking for us to go on a boat and beat some A.
Right. It depends what that entails.
It depends on whose A it is.
How do we get back? I don't want to get to a world where there is no Yig. Then again, we can just plane shift back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, how you doing? I just sent you away. Yeah, I know. Forgot to bring my lunch.
Fuck ye.
We can ask him
also
for...
the Ring of the Gods. If we use that to go somewhere, there's obviously a Ring of the Gods on the place we go.
Yeah. But we need to know the song back to...
Well, and then we know the song of the Crucible, and then from Crucible has Yig. You know what I mean? Like, he can't...
Yeah, there's a way.
If that's his plan to fuck us, he's a really terrible plan. He's got
he's not planning to fuck us. He knows we're assholes.
So, you're muted, John, in case you were talking. I can't tell. I think you're eating.
Eating the day!
I'm eating.
Pizza!
So, basically, our discussions were along the lines of we don't want to start a war, and
Let's see what folks online are saying.
They're saying that Galith should challenge someone to a duel.
Okay, so I think Galith was trying to rebuttal. Excuse me here, I haven't really eaten much today, so I'm going to wolf down a piece of pizza while you guys are talking. The king has... the king has basically said, well, there's a hierarchy of gods, right? And the gods have blessed me as High King, and you're living here, so... I'm your king.
Dumas.
Keen return.
To which
Point.
I
15
said,
love. Service,
which
John?
I said, yeah, but I'm a fucking paladin, and I owe my allegiance to a bunch of other awesome dudes who may or may not exist. Was essentially the short version of that.
Point 15 all.
I understand. Tell me, how long have you dwelled on Vosgard? No, Bernine?
I'm trying to think really. How long have we...
A year?
The game started a year ago. Yeah, but we spent a lot of time in Acropolis.
It's about a year.
We've been here for a year.
I left my home about a year ago.
And you've enjoyed the safety of my cities? Done commerce in my marketplaces? Traded with the people of my lands? Ate and drank the bounty of my forests and my seas?
Let's see. And the first thing I remember doing was sparing one of your fiefdoms from an orc raid, not once but twice, and saving everyone there who lived. What next did we do?
Many accomplishments.
Many accomplishments. Beasts slain, armies waylaid, towns saved. And yet, we've asked for nothing from you.
So you have fought in battles and defended what you care for.
As I've said, my way is that of the Silver-Handed Knight. I devote myself to those in need, to fight against evil.
Then
It is the highest of callings.
Ukher's trading bowls of dessert bowls with Remy. Yoink! Just swapping them across.
then I see nothing wrong with this. The North, as well, not only needs great men, strong people, but apparently has them. I do not understand this reluctance with what I am about to offer you. A ship crafted by the best craftsmen and enchanted by my very own grim oracle and grandfather warlock, to bear you and your companions to raid and do the good works of Vosgard, the name of its High King. I demand this service of under the terms of your pledge, King Lokrik. For no less than a year you shall have warriors upon a ship of the highest caliber that your realm can provide to go forth through the Odin's Eye. Given that the Odin's Eye can be used all year round, I shall give you some time to choose those members, but as we understand, the members that are gathered here of your kingdom are capable of teleporting. He glances to the wizard and the Morphar warlock, and he nods. That I shall inspect your warriors, no less than 6, no more than 20, in a 10-day. You shall deliver them to this very hall. We'll provide another banquet, and then we shall provide the instructions for your first voyage through the Odin's Gate. All praise the All-Father, and all praise his divine entity on this world. All praise, my king, says the Grim Oracle. All praise you, Father.
Ukher will take his mug and just sort of bang it on the table. He's not quite certain what they're supposed to do, but apparently it seems like a related thing. We'll go cook.
You may feast until you are filled, drink until you're in a stupor, and I shall have some beautiful women sent up from the city to entertain you. The king gets up and leaves. His grim oracle nods to all of you. Blessings of the molten salmon and the gods of your fathers. Morfar
Molten
Warlock.
salmon is the dwarf ones, right?
Oh yeah, Odin salmon is what she meant, but
Oh. I thought she was being inclusive.
no, the gods of your fathers. Morfar Warlock just simply sniffs at the air, licks his weird black lips, and then slowly shuffles out, muttering to himself.
Does he woo-hoo-ah?
No, he just slowly
Detect evil, fuck!
I see no real...
This is a great honor, says the prince, who's still sitting amongst you.
I have no... As long as we get to decide how we solve the problem, I don't see issue.
For an entire year to explore worlds, to raid, to combat evil and our enemies in the name of the High King and the gods,
To
is something
raid?
that my father has yet to let me do.
To raid?
Why do you... Raid means go to place that you don't like and kill the bad guy, take the stuff.
Have you not already done this? Red Lake Fort you raided?
Yes, we raid all sorts of things. They, see, some of them are kind of, what do you call it? They have a stick in the backside. They think that Raid is bad guy and Holy Crusade is good guy. So, what you're supposed to say is Crusade over here and Crusade over there, and they have 2 words for Raid. You crusade and they raid.
It's when you go to the farmlands and burn down the temples and the churches, and burn down the villages and slaughter those who resist and take what meager things they have. You forget that I am from Nalbrin, and my people suffered the predations of the Voslanders when they raided for long. There is a difference.
As I understand, the leader of the boat will decide how things are done.
Who shall be this called leader of the boat?
Well, Lokrik, he's king.
He's the king.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I have some friends to go see in the city. Congratulations. You've impressed my father and the others greatly. I look forward to the celebration in 10 days from now.
It's an honor meeting you, Prince.
And he is right. You are now people of the kingdom. He just says to Galeth, like, it's not such a bad thing.
It wouldn't be such a great deal for me to leave if that were the stipulation.
I hope it doesn't come to that, says the prince. My father doesn't like the answer no.
This is so much like Ukher's home, like you wouldn't believe. It's there's the nobles, they're doing noble stuff, but then you're told to do things and you kind of fuck around and sort of do what they want you to do, and you play in the gaps.
So here's the thing. We really need to find out. There's lots of things that we have to take care of, like
Yes, there are.
going to Yig.
Yeah,
We
we
can't
take
do-
boat to Yig. It's a river. We need to take boat.
Look,
Ah,
just
but
tell the old man what he wants to hear, and then we're on our way. No problem.
First, we should see.
Just go, yeah, sure, give us a boat.
That does not sit well with me.
I'm sorry for dragging you into this. Lokrik feels, you can see, just feels bad.
Oh,
It's not that bad.
Look, Rick.
Let
There
us
is-
say.
Anyway, we just have a better boat now.
Look, Rick. There's
I'm not
no way
entirely
around
blameless
it.
to this.
There is no way around it. We would be coming here regardless of title or no, and the same thing would be asked of us. There's nothing to be worried about. And
Perhaps.
apologetic for. If anything, your title grants us more leeway and more.
If you ruin
More
my
status.
chance to get in library,
He's pointing at like Remy. I don't know. If you
this high king keeps everything underneath his grasp. There's something about him. While he is grand, I feel we're all in danger for being here.
Did he have a weird crown or anything that looked strange on him?
Oh, yeah.
Anything that looked...
Did he have a shadow?
Did he have a shadow? That's a good question.
He had a shadow.
Yeah, no.
Very good.
Could we slip, trip, and poke him with the Mythic Bane axe? Sort of like,
Because approaching kings with live blades always goes well.
Well, maybe the handle. Just sort of tap him and see the little static discharge.
Cast invisibility on the axe, and then...
You can assume that those three people are probably the most three important people on the planet.
Well, yeah, it's like I was like when you stepped away, I'm like, those two are going to be able. You're going to have 9th circle wizard stuff and 9th circle fucking cleric stuff going. Pachoo! Maybe 8th.
Yeah,
that's what they do. Pachoo!
The sun is a pale comparison to the king, who's probably got all sorts of magical things.
Yeah.
So, we do what we do because we don't want to fight a war against these guys. If he asks us to do something bad, you don't have to do it bad.
Fine.
Good.
What makes you think you got to do it at all?
You need to make them think you did it.
So you're on it. You're getting to it. There's things to prepare for. That's all.
If the king hadn't asked us to do what he's asked us to do, what would be the first thing for us to work on?
Well, now that find the ring here.
That's already going to happen now, it seems. Right. We need to speak to the priests about the Norns.
Speak to the priests about the Norns.
I think finding our mythic source is long overdue, at least for some of us.
Find the song gate on Yig, because it's got to have one. I don't believe it doesn't have one.
It's not necessarily has to have one. It
I
is
would
itself
bet
a
that
method of transit.
I would bet that it does not have one.
I wouldn't be willing to wager on either of those things. But
Why do you say that, Lemmy?
I believe Yggdrasil wouldn't allow it.
It does have a will of its own.
Isn't it a tree?
Yes.
It is alive. Gnarlroot is a tree, but he is large and speaks. Speaks
He's
his
not
mind.
really a tree.
Thor is a man. What's your point?
Right. Trees sit there. Men walk around. They
Trees.
take things off.
Trees
Gnarlroot.
grow and move. You've seen the expanse within Yig.
It's big.
I don't believe this is getting us anywhere.
No. I think
Yggdrasil and Thor are both gods. You can walk on Yggdrasil, you likely cannot walk on Thor.
It's fun, people. It's like you're attacking
Oh,
Thor.
you're
He doesn't really. He's been doing this for like 4 days. He's like, I don't have a single rank in knowledge religion yet. I don't know nothing about nothing.
Thor is a man!
Let's
Trees
answer
are
Remy's
trees!
question. If we did not have this fantastic voyage ahead of us, assuming that we say yes, then what is it that we would do? We go visit the Norns.
Visit the Norns.
Find our mythic source. Find out why we're doing this. What grants us this incredible power.
Here's the thing that we're forgetting.
If the White Wizard intended us, excuse me, Lemmy. If the White Wizard intended us to come and serve this king, why didn't he just whisk us to the throne room?
Exactly. That's the point I was about
Who
to
knows
say.
what he
Because
intended.
the throne room wasn't under attack by a goblin army or a orc army, and there wasn't things like this to be protected.
The things that have brought us here and the paths we've been on are on a higher scale than what this court is.
We don't know
That
what
is
he
true.
wants. We don't know what he wants, though. He didn't say.
Correct, and we can tell him exactly
we
what
know
we need.
that his other army. I was asked to help fight on their other boat.
All
Fine,
right.
I said it. They wanted me to go fight on other boat.
Yeah, and you're still here.
I said no. I said he was too weak for me to fight on his boat. You have to go get stronger, then man might fight on his boat. But they're fighting other Lenorm. The reason why there's space on the boat is they fought the other Lenorm. So fighting the Lenorms are things that the king wants done.
Perhaps we don't know what he needs from us. We need to explain to the king what we need. Perhaps he can align. Perhaps we should tell him what we need first. That way, using his wisdom, he can align what he wants with what we need and not losing face by us declining anything.
Not used to compromise, Lemmy.
He
Sure,
seem
but he's
uninterested
king,
in compromise.
The king has seen the fact that we will say no. Letting him know what we need perhaps will give him a chance to say, do this and do that.
I don't
Giving
think
us
the
the chance to do
king
both.
thinks we're going to say no. I think he's
I'm gonna
quite
s-
sure.
I'm
we're
going to say no if it's
yeah.
not if it's nothing that is along the path that I need to go. You know this. You all know this.
Okay, well, would you let me know that before things start happening? so
I
can
too am
interfere?
inclined to say no, but it does seem to be that he's not giving us much of a
How
choice.
many days would it take to get to the oracles? If we leave right now?
Probably a few weeks. 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe.
How
Marty,
long?
Marty, I'm just
Yeah,
fucking
give me a
guessing.
knowledge.
I'm fucking guessed.
Give me a knowledge geography.
Because if
Um,
the answer was 9 days, we'd go right now. We'd just be like, we're going.
Well,
Knowledge geo.
If it was 8 days, then
Give
we'd
me a
stay
sec.
for the evening for the pretty ladies and then go.
Would- Oh, sorry.
oh god, broken pelvises everywhere.
No.
Oh,
Tender
my-
and lazy lover.
1 sec, Marty. Oh
Easy,
fuck! I'm
easy.
useless. I'm so
Easy.
useless. 14.
Uh,
Did I get any info from Stemaglen regarding where it is?
No, you never really had that conversation. There are some crucial conversations that we can't just assume.
That happened. Yeah.
You looked
That's
into
fine.
you looked into your source and then set up that thing and did some research and
Yep.
yeah. So
There's lots going on.
no, you don't have any maps or anything like that. But you're guessing with a 13. Yeah.
14.
Maybe a few weeks, maybe a month.
It might take up
More
to a
than-
month.
More than 10 days.
Yes. Well, we can inform the king of that, saying that we can prepare to help with whatever voyage he may need. But first, there are certain things that we need to do. I cannot abandon Yig for that length of time.
An entire year is a long time, especially
Right.
I
considering.
do
Especially
not appear
considering.
to have a choice in the matter. The demand is of me.
Yeah, we're not gonna abandon you, Lokrik. Come on, think of that.
The only reason he has the ability to push you around is because we
There's
knocked over
something.
his vassal.
There's something else that we can do. If we request for a I think
This is
of
not
this.
entirely true,
If we
but-
request for
Yes.
a planar rod of wherever we plan to be, wherever we're being sent, means we can plane shift back and forth between here.
Why
and
would we
there.
need to create? Why would we need to request a planar rod of a place we're going to? If my understanding is correct, you create the rod from materials from that.
They might already have it.
We
If
need
that-
to bring
if-
Lokrik to do that, but yes.
No, but if
Did you
they
just-
already
Did Lokrik just
have
say he
it,
needs to bring Lokrik?
Sorry, Oberon. sorry.
Oberon. No, but what my point is, we'd be able to freely travel back and forth between the both planes.
Sort of.
If there's certain things, if it's going to take the ship and the crew perhaps a month to get to where they need to go in the other plane, for that time, for those 2-3 weeks, we can be back here taking care of things, or on Yig, and when the time comes, we can jump back to them. Maximize your efficiency.
Yeah, we just need to know where it's going.
Request that of the king. Request a rod of wherever we plan to go.
Or don't tell him.
We can come back, but we
If he
can't go
knows our
there
king-
again.
If he knows our capabilities, he may very well demand more from us.
Not without a ship, he can't. Can't plane shift a ship. Well, actually, no, he can. Ukher, you can pick it up.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Oh wait, actually.
Fair,
It's in his load.
we can actually do it. Oh
Right-
shit!
Right now, because plane shift doesn't have a creature limit like the same way.
No,
it's not a
it's,
size limit.
No,
Yeah,
it's just
guys, it's just
So let me
number.
get this straight. What you're trying